How's it going, everyone? Bringing you guys a Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon OU Wi-Fi battle, and my opponent, Enio, however you want to pronounce it, with a team of Tapu Koko, Landorus, Mega Scizor, Tangrowth, Latios, and the Kyurem. So I'm going to go ahead and lead off with the Mantine, expecting the Landorus to come out. That's usually the typical lead when it comes to OU, to set up Stealth Rocks, maybe set up the Gravity. I've seen Rock Polish, Swords Dance, but obviously the matchup isn't too right for me here, as he sends out the Tapu Koko. So I'm forced to switch out into the Ferrothorn, which is my better switch in. I mean, I could have switched into Zygarde. I don't know why I didn't. But at the same time, he ends up further on in the battle. You'll see eventually. So he's gonna full switch into the Ferrothorn, bring out the Kyurem, and I didn't think this thing had anything for the Ferrothorn, so I'm forced to stay. I forced myself to stay in, as we're gonna go ahead and get some leftovers recovery. But he ends up having the ICM Z, which is a Sub-Zero Slammer. It's actually one of my favorite Z move animations as well, along with Ghostium Z. Ghostium Z is really nice. What else is there? Tectonic Rage is pretty cool too, but so I think Sub-Zero Slammer takes it along with the Ghostium Z. So Sub-Zero Slammer into the Ferrothorn. It is gonna knock me out. And I think I'm also special defensive on the Ferrothorn, but I'm gonna go ahead and bring out the Metachamp. I didn't want to go for the high jump kick because I know he had Landorus in the back, so I went for the Ice Punch, thinking he was gonna bring in the Landorus. But he's gonna go ahead and switch out into the Scizor, as we are going to Mega Evolve. So going for the Ice Punch. At this point, dude, I'm just like, I want a crit. I want the no, not a crit. I want a freeze. Give me the freeze hacks. So he's gonna go ahead and Mega Evolve as well. And I was actually expecting the Bullet Punch, but surprisingly he didn't go for the Bullet Punch. Maybe he probably thought he was faster than me. But I'm gonna go for the high jump kick and actually pick up the knockout, which actually surprised me, yeah. As he is going to bring in the Tapu Koko. This is the part where I actually really did mess up, because I went out into the Zygarde as he went for the Dazzling Gleam, when I should have actually gone into the Magearna. But at the same time, I didn't want any damage on the Magearna, because Magearna is usually the Pokemon that brings it back for me. But down goes the Zygarde, and I feel like I really did need Zygarde at some point in the battle. But I'm going to go ahead and bring out the Magearna, because this is where I knew this thing was actually choice specs. Because I don't think a Dazzling Gleam can actually knock out the Zygarde. I'm not too sure. I would have to check the damage count, but I'm going to go ahead and go for the Z move and just... I was going to go for the Shift Gear, but I knew he was going to switch out into the Landorus or Tangrowth. So I'm just like, I need to do some heavy damage, or I need to just knock out Tapu Koko. So I ended up going for the Twinkle Tackle Floor Cannon. I'm not too sure how much base power it is, but it is going to be enough to knock out the Landorus, as we are going to get the Soul Heart. So luckily, Landorus is gone. We're going to go ahead and get the Soul Heart boost. He's going to go ahead and bring out the Tangrowth. And I knew this thing was probably Assault Vest, so I knew I wasn't able to take it out. So I'm just going to go for the Flash Cannon. I don't want to go for the Floor Cannon yet, because if this thing was in range of a 2-hit KO for the Flash Cannon, then it would have been in a really good position. And Tangrowth is going to go for the Earthquake. It is not going to knock us out, but it is going to be about a 3-hit KO from the looks of that damage. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go for the Shift Gear. I need to bring this back. He has choice Tapu Koko. No, not choice Latios, probably, since we saw his Mega already. So he's going to go for another Earthquake, hoping he doesn't get a crit, and we live at 14 HP, which is really nice. So I ended up going for the Floor Cannon here to confirm my knockout. So down it goes, which is really nice, because this thing would have swapped. Would have got the Regenerator, and it would have been really annoying. So down goes the Tangrowth, as now he's going to go ahead and bring out the Tapu Koko. I don't know if he thought he was faster than Magearna. I'm actually modest nature on the Magearna. And I ended up going for another Floor Cannon. I didn't want to risk going for the Flash Cannon, thinking it wasn't going to knock it out. But going for the Floor Cannon, pick up another knockout. This is why I like Magearna. Magearna is a really good Steel Fairy type Pokemon, along with Mawile as well. And he is going to go ahead and bring out the Latios. And this thing is actually Choice Scarf. Like I said, if Scizor is the Mega, then something else is going to beat the Scarfer in the team. And here I'm going to go bring in the Tapu Koko as Magearna went down. And that already tells me he's Choice Scarf, because Tapu Koko I believe is faster than the Latios. I didn't have Dazzling Gleam. I had Hidden Power Ice. It's not going to do too much on the Latios, but he is going to go for the Side Shock and pick up the knockout on the Tapu Koko, which is really unfortunate. And I'm going to go ahead and bring out the Medicham and go for the Fake Out, because I need this thing gone. I for sure need this thing gone. I can deal with Kyurem with Medicham. So going for the Fake Out, we get the flinch. And I'm going to go ahead and switch out into the Mantine, knowing that I can take a hit from the Latios. And I'm going to need Medicham to fake out the Latios to pick up the knockout. But he kind of... I'm not too sure how it would have went. We are going to go for the Toxic. Just gonna get some T-Gem. I didn't know if I wanted to go for the Toxic or the Scald. So I just ended up going for the Toxic. I'm not too sure how it would have went down if I went for the Scald. Honestly, I probably wouldn't have picked up the Knockout, because I'm mostly invested in special defense and HP. But he is gonna pick up the Knockout on the Mantine. And he's at 1 HP. And my plan was to poison, fake out the Latios. But I figured that he probably knew that the Side Shock wasn't going to be enough to pick up the knockout on the Medicham. So going for the Fake Out onto the Kyurem. I knew I could outspeed this thing, so I went for the High Jump Kick to pick up the knockout. So down it goes. And his last Mon is a Latios with Choice Scarf Lati. It lived on 1 HP, and the funny thing is that I wanted to bring... I had Bullet Punch Medicham in my party, and I'm like, do I need Bullet Punch? Do I really need Bullet Punch? I was debating whether I needed it or not. And this happens. And in a situation like this usually has happened to me, where I'm just like, I didn't bring the priority Pokemon that I originally wanted to bring. But that is GG to my opponent, Enio, and we are going to go into the next battle, since the other one was somewhat pretty short. My opponent, Cruz, with a team of Kartana, Swampert, Landorus, Infernape, Hawlucha, and the Salamence. So yeah, first game was really close, just by 1 HP. I was so close of bringing the Medicham with the Bullet Punch, and I would have had that game there. Or he could have missed the Draco Meteor, then that would have been GG, but it is what it is. Can't win them all. So I'm going to go ahead and lead off with Mantine, as he's going to bring out the Kartana. I'm going to go ahead and make the switch into the Ferrothorn, knowing that he was going to go for the Leaf Blade, as he's going to take damage from the Iron Barbs. Oh, and this is the same team that I used in the previous battle. I think this is why. Sorry about that. This is why I'm uploading 2 in 1. I know he was going to make the switch into Infernape, so I just went for the Thunder Wave, just to slow things down a bit. So we're going to hope for the Parahax. He had a really interesting Infernape set as well. I asked him what was his set, because he actually went for the Fire Spin, which is really weird on the Infernape. I'm not too sure what he was trying to do, but I'm going to make the switch. He is going to miss the Fire Spin. I'm going to switch into Zygarde, go for the Substitute. That way I can potentially try to set up my Dragon Dance. He is going to go for the Close Combat, and I believe that does break the sub. Going to get the defense drops. That Leftovers Recovery. As Infernape is going to withdraw into the Salamence. And I believe I went for the Dragon Dance, so the Intimidate, it's not going to really matter since we're going to be at neutral again. Except plus speed. We'll be at plus speed. So we're good on that. What did I do here? Did I make the switch? I'm not too sure. I don't remember. Okay, and then I'm going for the Substitute. Trying to see what he was going to go for. Maybe he was going to predict something to come in. He is going to go for the Dragon Pulse. And that definitely does break the sub. I was kind of confused because I thought he was probably going to Mega Evolve. But he also had the Swampert. So he could have had the double Mega Evolution on the team. And I know there's a lot of people who actually run that. Just in case, I guess. So I'm going to go ahead and bring out the Tapu Koko, expecting the Dragon Pulse. Once again. as he is going to go for the Dragon Pulse, and we are immune to that, as he's going to make the switch out into the Landorus, and probably thought I was going to go for a T-Bolt, maybe Dazzling Gleam, but actually I'm going to go for the Hidden Power Ice, and that is going to pick up the knockout on the Landorus. So great play there on my end. Salaman's going to come back out. I'm not too sure if he thought he was... Wait, was he faster? No. Okay, we're going for the Hidden Power Ice. I forgot which... Oh, it actually lived on 1 HP. That actually surprised me. So he ended up going for the Double Edge. Yeah, I was thinking what Pokemon did he go Double Edge on? So he goes for the Double Edge. He's going to get knocked out by the Recoil. Out comes the Kartana. And I could just honestly just T-Bolt this thing because Kartana's special defense is not that great. So we're going to go ahead and pick up the knockout. I don't even think the crit mattered, to be honest. We end up getting a crit, but we're also Life Orb. As Infernape's going to come out, this thing is paralyzed, so it's definitely not going to outspeed us, I think, regardless, even if it was Choice... No, it wasn't Choice Scarf, because he went for the close combat into the Fire Spin as well. So down goes the Infernape, as we are taking Life Orb damage. In comes the Swampert. I don't have anything for this, but at this point I'm just like, okay, Coco did what it needed to do. I'm going to go ahead and switch out into the Ferrothorn, as we are going to see Mega Swampert. As it is going to go for the Earthquake. Take that fairly well. Get that Leftovers recovery. It's going to go for another Earthquake. It is going to outspeed us. Of course, Ferrothorn is not that fast. I actually used a Ferrothorn offensively with, what is it, Home Claws? I think it's Home Claws. Home Claws, Power Whip, was it Gyro Ball? No, Knockoff, and something else. I think it was, I'm not too sure what it was. I think it was Curse or Home Claws. I think it was Home Claws for accuracy. Or I was running a special defensive with Curse, Leech Seed, Knockoff, Power Whip. I'm not too sure. But I knew he was going to go for another Earthquake here, and I'm going to make the switch out into the Mantine. And I'm just going to go for the Scald. Maybe get a burn. Knock this. Oh, we actually did. I don't remember that happening. I just remember happening that to another Pokemon. He's going to go for the Rock Slide. Does a decent amount. Surprisingly. Must be Adamant. Yeah, it did a lot for being burned. So we're going to get some Leech Seed recovery along with some burn damage. So I do believe another Scald into a Leech Seed would be able to knock this thing out. Unless I don't remember if I get a crit here. Yeah, we don't get a crit. So we are going to knock it out with Leech Seed into the burn, as he is going to go for another last Rock Slide. Going to get that Leftovers recovery. And the burn should be able to knock it out here. Down it goes. This is his last, yeah, Halush is the last mon. Yeah, and this battle was really unfortunate. He didn't have any ground. I mean, I would have made some switch-ins with the Swampert into the Tapu Koko. Maybe things would have been a little bit more different. So we are going to go for the Scald, and we get another burn. Like, if I was on the opposing side, I would have been like, what the heck? Like, where's my RNG? Where are my flinches? We end up getting a burn as he ends up going for the Swords Dance into the Acrobatics. Does a decent amount. Not going to be enough to knock us out. I think we knock it out before he knocks us out. Yeah. Because we're going to get that Leftovers recovery for sure. Yeah, he's going to get burned. And one more Scald should be enough to pick up the knockout, as he is going to go for the last Acrobatics. And Scald is going to pick up the knockout. That is GG to my opponents. But thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the OU Wi-Fi battle. See you guys next time. Peace.